Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aida Adi Bakalidah binti Osman and I am from University Polytech Malaysia. Today, I would like to share with you guys about my research during this semester about the analysis to determine the acceptance and use readiness among the rural community in Linky area towards system PADU. Okay, this research will investigate the acceptance and use readiness of rural community toward the system PADU, focusing on the technology readiness as a critical determinant. PADU is a Malaysian new digital database bringing detailed and reliable data for policy making. It stores utility information and more, aiming to be a central system combining data from different government agency. Registering ensure eligible citizens get targeted benefit like subsidies and assistance. PADU aims to improve government service, optimizing resources, empower society economically, and bridge socio-economic gaps. Several systems like MySejahtera and eKasih have benefited Malaysians, especially in rural areas, showing ICT crucial roles in various aspects of life. However, rural community face challenges like limited communication network and access to service. Understanding their readiness for PADU implementation is crucial, especially for developing nations. This research focus on assessing rural community readiness in Linggi, Negeri Sembilan, Malaysia using data analysis tool like a word cloud generator and also Microsoft Excel. The problem statement for this research, there are two. This research aims to investigate the readiness of Linggi community towards the implementation of PADU, and the second problem statement is the acceptance of the newly implemented system that was known as PADU. Okay, moving on to the research objective. There are three. The first objective is to explore the roles in exploring technology readiness of rural community towards system PADU. The second one is to understand the challenges that people may face in exploring the technology readiness of rural community towards system PADU. And the last objective is to investigate the future suggestion in exploring the technology readiness of rural community towards system PADU. Moving on to the literature review, there are two. The first one is acceptance and use readiness. The second literature review is the unified theory of acceptance and use of technology, or also can be known as UTAU. Acceptance and use readiness evaluate an organization readiness to deploy and employ a new technology or system. Okay, for the UTAU is a framework used to understand why people adopt or reject new technology. These literature review are very related with my findings later on. Okay, for the methodology parts, this study used a qualitative approach to explore the technology readiness of rural community towards the PADU system in Linggi Negeri Sembilan. Semi-structured interview were conducted to gather in-depth insight from the participant. This interview allow for the flexibility in questioning, overcoming language barrier, and ensuring the accuracy and comprehensiveness of the data through the audio recording. The respondent for this study consists of the appointed village heads who have good relation with the resident in their area. All the interview material were prepared in English and Bahasa Melayu, as village head have a very crucial link between the Linggi community and the government. Apart from that, the village heads are the trustworthy representative and the one conscious of the behavior of their community. Those village heads come from four different village, which are Kampung Tampin Linggi, Kampung Sawah Sunggala, Kampung Sungai Raya, and also Kampung Pengkalan Durian. Okay, for the data analysis approach, I use a thematic analysis. Why? Because thematic analysis is a popular method in qualitative research for identifying the patterns, which is themes in the data. Researcher will start by thoroughly reviewing and analyzing the data to understand the content. Then will create a initial codes by identifying important keywords or phrases related to the research goal. These codes are grouped into potential teams based on the similar ideas or concept. Researcher, which is me, will refine this team to accurately represent the data. I will identify and label themes which form the basis for analysis and interpretation. Finally, I will write up the findings, providing explanation for each theme along with the codes or example from the data. Thematic analysis is a flexible and structured approach for uncovering the insight in qualitative data, offering detailed description of participants' experience. Okay, the data framework as in figure 2 in this research consists of four criteria, which is code, category, theme, and also theory. This research obtained four different codes, including one for the coding detail, one for the category, one for the theme, and one for the theory. This research will investigate the impact of the attitude, skills, supports, and guidance on the technology readiness of rural community for adopting the PADU system. To do this system will incorporate with the UTOP concept into the analytical process. Okay, moving on to the highlight of this presentation, which is the findings. Okay, according to the findings presented in the table 1, the community in this area face challenges related to the technology acceptance and use readiness, particularly in adopting the new system. Most community lack proficiency in using their mobile phone beyond the basic function like calling and texting. Their limited technology skill suggests that the primary hurdles lies in the understanding rather than the capabilities. This lack of familiarity with the technology poses a barrier to adopting or adapting to the new system. To address this, efforts should focus on providing education and training tailored to the community's level of technological proficiency by improving their understanding and confidence in using the technology. The community can be better prepared to embrace the new system effectively. Okay, for the second findings, the data show that the community responded positively to the PADU system, both in understanding its benefit and agreeing to register for it. The interviewee expressed support for embracing technology, particularly the PADU system due to it due to its perceived benefit. Additionally, it was noted that most elderly individuals were willing to follow the online registration instruction without complaint. This indicates a favorable attitude towards adopting the new technology, aligning with the technology readiness and acceptance and use readiness principle. Hence, the data indicates that the interviewee organized the assistance or supports for the village or community to register for the PADU system over a week at the community center. This was done to accommodate the older population who may need help with the online registration due to their limited familiarity with the technology. It was noted that the assistance is not limited to only the government official or village head. The family members, more tech-savvy children also have helps with the registration. Many elderly individuals rely on their children or external assistance, such as the state government and village heads, to facilitate the registration process. This will underscore the importance of support and assistance in the fostering acceptance and adoption of the new system, reflecting the technology readiness and acceptance and use readiness principle. Okay, addressing the identified difficulties in the Lingi area regarding the acceptance and adoption of the PADU system, several recommendations can be made. Firstly, there is a need to expand the assistance program, including the establishing dedicated support center or hotline where community members, particularly the elderly, can receive guidance and assistance with the registration process. Additionally, community-wide training initiatives should be implemented to improve the digital literacy skill with a focus on basic technology usage and online registration process. Promoting the peer support network within the community can also be a beneficial, fostering mutual assistance and mentorship among individuals with varying level of technological proficiency. In conclusion, findings underscore the importance of assistance, community training, and communication strategies in facilitating the acceptance, particularly among the elderly population with the limited technology skills. Additionally, peer support network and tailored outreach initiative emerge as effective mechanism for promoting the technology adoption in rural setting, especially for the new PADU system. Policymakers and practitioners must prioritize the targeted intervention and sustain the support to ensure the equitable access and meaningful participation in the digital ecosystem. And that's all from me. Thank you very much.